Toes elevated toe touch. We're doing this exercise to help work on some hamstring flexibility and just kind of some movement with the hips. The way that we're going to set this up is we're going to need something to put our toes on. Could be a 2x4 like what I'm using. It could be a couple of weight plates, a couple of, iron plates like that you put on a bench for bench press or something like that. Could be pretty much anything that is an even surface that you can put both toes on. So you're going to come up, you're going to slightly elevate your toes. Just slightly. Again, you don't want to be so far forward that your heels feel like they could come off the floor. Toes are slightly elevated, and you're trying to get those feet as close together as you can and keep the legs straight. From there, real simply, you're just going to nice and controlled, you're going to exhale and try and touch your toes, or even bring your hands to the floor if you're able to. So deep breath in, keeping those legs straight. Reaching down for the toes or even to the floor, and then standing it back up. Again, trying to keep those knees as locked down as humanly possible, ideally for the entire time that you're reaching down and coming back up. If you're just absolutely unable to get your hands to the floor or to your toes from that position, then put as slight a bend in your knee as possible for you to get that entire range of motion. With that being said, don't put that bend in your knee until you kind of reach your end point. So take a deep breath in, exhale, reach your end point. With that exhale, let's say I could only get to here. Then when I get to here, then I'm going to put a slight bend in my knees just to finish that motion, and then come back up. But then on the next round, you're going to try and reach without the knees being bent again. And you're going to keep that, repeating that process until hopefully you're able to get all the way down to those toes without having to bend your knees at all. That is toes elevated toe touch.